Okay. It is midnight on the moon. Are you ready for some Clocktower?
I am very
I'm
ready for some
CJ.
clock tower. I'm PP. I'm very ready for some clock tower. Um, and we are
And we
going to
are
be running this game together tonight. So this is Blood on the Clock Tower. CJ, would you like to explain in like a minute what Blood on the Clock Tower is for any new viewers?
You bet. So the basic premise of this game is just like Fia or Werewolf, we are going to dole out some good and some evil roles to your favorite podcast hosts. One of them will be the demon. If the demon dies, good wins. The rest, varying degrees of good or evil or usefulness, they all have a little bit of reason to lie about it. So there will be a demon killing in the night. There will be some voting and some casual executions between friends. And it's all going to be very light and good fun.
Yes. This is a returning segment from last year's May stream, and it was a lot of fun, so we had to come back and do it again. But we're not just running the base script of this game. The script is the set of possible characters that people could be playing. We are actually running this with a unique script that CJ and I cooked up that is specifically called Murder at the Ren Fair. So we've got some roles that might seem like they're a little bit more on the nose, like, say, a knight or perhaps a king, looking over at Riley's camera where they are wearing a crown.
I mean, we have to do it, right?
We
have
will
to
go
do
through and
it.
explain these roles as we're divvying them out, I think. But for now, I think we should go introduce our players and then send everyone to sleep.
Printed on by the Big Bang Theory?
I want to do
No.
that
Speaking
one
of
live.
Big Bang Theory,
What a thing to come back in on!
you can swear you hear the faint echoes of the Bazinga from the late night TV show, but the echoes are fading away. I think there's too many of you to have you all introduce yourselves one at a time, but everyone say hi to chat. Your names are all
Hi, chat.
Patreon.com.
All of our names and pronouns are on screen, so
Yes, everyone has
Chat-
names and pronouns
Chat,
on
what do you
screen.
think Lin-Manuel Miranda would be like as the Joker? Proceed.
Who do you
All
think
right.
can win in a fight? Will we
Let-
or Travis McElroy?
Everyone, 2 fingers up. Quiet.
Quiet Coyote. Quiet Coyote.
Quiet Coyote. Everybody catch a bubble.
All right, CJ, would you like to
Catch a
put everyone?
bubble. Oh,
CJ, would you like to
my
put everyone
coyote
to sleep?
refuses to be quiet.
I think it is time for our very first night. Petey, let's put some characters together.
Yay.
Guess.
All right, we are going to sleep. Everyone's cameras are hidden.
Honk shoot, honk shoot.
Oh, Riley,
you're so
If
I'm
we're
going to go
sleeping,
back
your
into
voices are not.
a private conversation with CJ.
Sniz.
All right, so we need to pick our characters. So we are going to select our characters. Let's see. Oh, you can't actually see what I'm. Can you see what I'm doing here?
I can because I have the stream pulled up. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. So should we start this off with a shuffle?
We should start this off with a shuffle. Absolutely.
All right, so we have 9 players tonight, which means that we should have 1 demon, who will be the head of the evil team, 1 minion, who will assist the evil team, 2 outsiders, who are good players with bad abilities, and the rest will be townsfolk. Looks like 5 townsfolk who have useful abilities.
Which leaves us with the question, how on the nose do we want to play this?
Yes.
Because we could make Riley a king right off the bat.
Well, I don't have it set where we can specifically assign people's roles. They're going to be randomly distributed. We're just picking which roles are going in the metaphorical bag. If we were playing in person, literal bag. But here, metaphorical bag. So we should probably start out by deciding which demon we want to use here. So we have 3 different demons who all kill in different ways. They all cause players to die in the night. But the Yagababble is a little bit different than the other 2. The other 2 get to choose a player in the night who dies. They have a little bit of extra spice on there. But the Yagababble starts knowing a secret phrase, and for every time they manage to say it publicly, a player might die. So if they say that phrase like 4 or 5 times in public during the day, they could kill off like half the town in the night.
I'm a huge fan of the Yagababble, but I am concerned that using it might end the game a little bit too quickly.
Yes, absolutely. So, are you feeling more of a Po or a Puka?
I'm feeling a Poe.
All right, then we'll choose a Poe. All right, the Poe is a demon who every night chooses a player. They die, other than this first night, of course. But they can choose nobody for a night, and then the following night choose 3 players. So they can spend a night charging up to then do a big kill. I like having a Poe. What do you think is a fun minion to assist the Poe on this list here?
Well, I think we can safely disregard the Baron this time around.
Yes, the Baron would bring us up to all 4 outsiders, which is a little bit much, I think. I think
Poisoner is always a good time for some misinformation, but having the alternate win condition of a goblin, especially with a group this outspoken,
yes,
could be so much fun.
I think Goblin is too fun to not put in. The Goblin says, if you publicly claim to be the Goblin when you're nominated, and then you're executed, your team wins. So, how this game works is people will, during the day, democratically decide who dies. The Goblin, if they manage to get voted up to be killed, can say, hey, I'm the Goblin. And then if that vote goes through, their team wins. Of course, anyone else can lie and say I'm the Goblin. So, yeah, I like having a Goblin.
Let's
All
do
right.
a goblin. And we've got 2 outsiders to put in,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
We've got to do a lunatic. We've
Yeah, okay,
got to do a lunatic.
Okay, fine. We'll do a lunatic. The lunatic is a little bit complicated, but it's too funny to not do. The lunatic believes they are a demon, but they are not. The demon gets to know who the lunatic is and who the lunatic chooses at night. But I think we were talking about this beforehand. Doing a lunatic Yagababble would be very funny.
Absolutely.
So hey, chat. I would love suggestions for a Yagababble phrase.
So the trick to a good Yagababble phrase is that it's got to be easy enough to get away with saying in just a public conversation. But it's also got to be identifiable to all of the other players if they hear it too many times. So semi-obvious, but not too obvious.
Yeah.
Thank you for the donation. I do like that. That could be fun.
Yeah, thank you for the donation. It's very good, Red Seraph. Can we play smooth
Can
again?
we play smooth again?
Oh, that might be a winner.
That
all
might
right.
be a winner.
So instead of
We'll
putting
see who ends up being our lunatic.
Instead of putting the lunatic token in the bag, we're going to put the Yagababble token in the bag so that the lunatic doesn't find out instantly that they're the lunatic. And we are going to fuck with them all night. Ideally, the lunatic will figure it out at some point, but it's very funny until they do. All right. Who do
I
we
do
want
think that
alongside
maybe the
lunatic?
easiest way to help them do that, to
Mhm.
help them figure it out, is to put another silent outsider into the mix. So doing a drunk should clue in the lunatic that
Mhm.
there's no speaking outsiders claiming an outsider role if they're paying attention at midnight.
We would also get a lot of bits out of putting an ogre in, is my one argument.
Oh, that's a good. I mean, if we're going for funny, it's got to be an ogre. That's fair.
Yeah, sure. Let's do an ogre. So the ogre, the first night chooses another player, that you become their alignment. So the ogre, the first day chooses a buddy, and then they're on their buddy's team for the rest of the game. But they don't know what their buddy's alignment is. They don't know which team they win with until the end of the game. So yeah, let's do ogre and lunatic, and then we need 5 townsfolk. I mean, king's right there, so we're going to do the king.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I guess I have one concern here, which is we don't really have any misinformation, so maybe you're right that we need a drunk.
What about an innkeeper?
Yes. All right. We can do an innkeeper. Innkeeper's good against Poe. Let me describe king first. Each night, if the dead equal or outnumber the living, you learn one alive character. The demon knows you are the king. So, at the start of the game, the demon will know who the king is. But if the king survives until there are at least 5 dead players in this case, with 9 players total, then the king will start learning characters, not players, but characters in play. Not necessarily who's playing them, but that can be really strong confirmation at the end of the game. Now, if the demon knows who the king is, why don't they just go ahead and snipe the king? Well, that's because there's the choir boy on the script. If the demon kills the king, you learn which player is the demon. And the choir boy can only be in the game if there's also a king. Do we want to have a choir boy?
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
have a
we
choir
do.
boy. right.
That should help limit immediate information and sort of balance out our lack of misinformation.
Okay, now you're saying an
But I'm
innkeeper.
thinking, if we throw an innkeeper in there, not only do we get a little bit of night protection from the demon, the innkeeper also drunks one of their protections.
Yes. Yes, every night they protect 2 people, but one of them gets drunked. So we should explain drunking and poisoning. Um,
Mhm.
when a player is drunk or poisoned, their ability doesn't work. So like if the let's see, what's a good example? If the goblin was drunk or poisoned, then they would not win the game by claiming goblin and getting executed. But also, we as the storytellers still want to try to convince the players that they are not drunk or poisoned, so we will feed them misinfo. So like if the king is drunk and is supposed to learn information, we can just tell them something that is blatantly not true. Their information is arbitrary. And it is up to us as the storytellers to use our discretion there as to what to tell them. So, being drunk or poisoned is like a big source of like misinformation. So, innkeeper sounds like fun.
That's 3 of our roles, yeah?
Yes, we have 2 left. We should throw in a starting info roll or 2.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Either a noble, a knight, or a chef.
Mm-hmm.
Having a knight with our lunatic could be fun.
Yeah, having a knight and showing them the lunatic could be funny.
Yeah, it could be funny.
And then, let's see. Do we want one more starting info roll? Because we need a
Well-
strong information roll because no one else is really getting info unless the king or choir boy manage to do their thing.
Which would be either chambermaid or fortune teller.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe juggler?
Juggler only gets information once, though. That's the difference. It is powerful information, but it's only one time.
Let's see. Let's do chambermaid because we have an interesting set of players waking in the night. Because let's see, innkeep would be waking in the night, king might be waking in the night, choir boy might be waking in the night.
Lunatic will be waking in the night.
Mhm. Well, actually, they won't if they're the
Yeah,
Yagababble, you
absolutely. That's
lunatic.
good to me.
They won't be waking in the night if they're the Yagababble. All right, let's do this.
Let's see what goes where.
All right, we're going to pass out our characters. Let me minimize us so we can see. All right. So we have Marn as the knight. Theo is let me just change his token right now.
Because now that you've sent it, Theo won't know
Mhm.
that he's not the Yagababble.
And let's see, do we want to just settle on a Yag phrase?
You know, I'm really liking this "Can we play smooth
Yes.
again?" It's a tempting offer from Knight of Needles.
Yes, we will go with
What do you
that.
think? Too hard?
It would be if it wasn't actually a lunatic.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Absolutely.
All right, let's see. Izzy is the goblin. Elle is the king. Juliet is their choir boy, right next to them. So that could be very
Handy.
useful. That could be very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We have Jeff as the chambermaid. Wheels is the ogre.
Cleaning up after everybody.
Riley is the innkeeper, and then Emma is our Poe.
Okay,
All
so
right,
then this
let's
first
see.
night,
So
we should start.
yeah. So what info do we need to assign beforehand? I guess
We
just
should
night
start
pings.
with Theo.
Who do we want to show the knight? Who do
Mm.
we want to show as not the demon?
We definitely want to show Theo.
Yes. So we will add knight there.
And because that information will be so useful to
Mhm.
town, we should show someone utterly useless like
Wheels?
Wheels.
I was thinking the same thing.
Sorry, Wheels.
It's okay. She'll have fun with it. All right, let's see. We don't need to set any other starting info, I believe. Oh,
No,
also,
we just have to make sure that we tell our demon and maybe our lunatic that there's a king in play.
also, let me just shout out that we are less than $50 from our $2,000 goal, and that would be a Neopets Economy game show. I believe it is Price is Right, but with Neopets shop items. is our $2,000 goal. So if we could hit that goal during this block, it would be incredible. Thank you so much to everyone who has already donated today. And I'll keep an eye out for any other donos coming in. All right, so we have this. So first person that we need to talk to is our evil team to let them know who their teammates are.
I'm sorry, BB. There is actually one more thing that we have to do before we go.
What's that?
We have to set the demon bluffs.
Oh, of course. So the demon gets to know 3 roles that are not in the game. So what should our bluffs be?
Having a minstrel as a bluff could be really useful for a Poe.
All right. Yes, Minstrel is a townsfolk who has a passive ability, which is that when a minion dies by execution, everyone else is drunk until dusk tomorrow, which means like the demon won't get to kill, no one else's abilities will work right. Everything will just be arbitrary for the next day if you manage to kill a minion.
Which makes it a perfect hiding spot for a Poe who might choose not to kill for a night.
Let's see.
Farmer could also be really useful.
I don't know how well a demon could use Farmer. We can give it if you want.
They have no reason to die at night if they're open and honest about it.
It's true. And then let's give Fortune Teller.
Absolutely, a powerful choice that forces a demon to come up with some interesting ideas on the fly.
Yes. All right. So we have our bluffs. Should we go talk to Emma first? Or we should probably go talk to Theo first.
We should talk to Theo first, and then our minion Izzy.
Do we show Theo the same bluffs? We can't, right? We have to show them different bluffs.
We could. It might be useful
let's give
to
at
show
least
some
one
different
different
bluffs.
one.
Maybe even a role that's already in play to sort of tip him off that there might be something weird going on.
Yeah, so let's say like the bluffs are chambermaid, farmer, noble.
Chambermaid, farmer, noble. Heard. Let's do it.
Can you make a note of those because I'm going to forget that.
Yes, I can. Okay.
All right, I am going to invite Theo to a chat. We're going to start out by doing this with in-person chats. As the game goes on, we might do stuff by sending cards instead.
Hello.
Hi, Theo.
Hi.
How do you feel about the role that you pulled?
This is going to be deeply interesting.
All right, so you are the Yagabapple.
Seems, yeah, sure the fuck I am.
So
What's
we're
my
going to give you a
phrase?
phrase. You're going to try to say it in public, which means like in the public square, usually like in the time before nominations or during nominations. If you say it in just a chat where there's only a couple people around, then that's not going to count.
Right.
And however many times you say that, we might kill that many people. We can choose, if you manage to say it like 10 times, we might only kill like 3 people.
Yeah.
But we will do our best.
That would
to
also
respect
probably
your
give
effort.
away that I'm the Yagababble. Hey,
Yes.
why is Theo saying chicken noodle soup 16 times in the same
Well,
sentence?
so here's where it gets interesting, Theo. Nine of Neils has a gift for you in this phrase, and it is a tough one to get by, but I think you're gonna like it. I think it's worth it. Your phrase is, "Can we play smooth again?"
Can we play smooth again?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's your phrase.
Okay.
So I hope you listened to the radio segment from earlier because some people in this group are gonna find it really funny, and others.
I was in the bath with Costco pizza ravaging my body.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but also this is too funny to not do.
Yeah.
There is one more thing.
Well, there's 2 more things. Let's see. You're gonna get your bluffs, and then we should also tell you who your minion is. Yeah. So your minion is Wheels.
Excellent. Does Wheels know that I am the demon, or am I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And your bluffs are chambermaid, farmer, and noble.
Beautiful. All right, let me see what they do in case anyone asks.
And you might want to pick one of those to settle on, or just play it by ear. You follow your heart. Do you have
to
any?
pick the one that is most useless?
Do you have any other questions?
No. I think Can we play smooth again? Chambermaid, farmer, and noble. Wheels is my minion and knows that I'm the demon.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right. Thank you, Theo.
Do I have to leave or can you kick me
Yeah,
out?
yeah. If you can
All right.
leave, that'd be great. Let's see. Do we want
Next
to
up
change
should
who?
be Izzy.
Do we want to change who our night ping is so that we aren't showing the lunatic and the lunatic's minion?
No.
Okay. Right. Yes. Next up is Izzy. I'm glad that this is some people in chat's first experience with Clocktower. It is a very fun game to play and to watch. Also, shout outs to Cinder Asunder for the $50 donation and to an anonymous $200 donation, which puts us over our $2,000 goal.
Excellent. Oh, this is the Neopets goal too. I'm excited for that one.
Let's see.
Let me pop out and see if I can get them to respond.
Oh,
Hello.
Izzy.
Hello. Sorry.
All good. How do you feel about the token you pulled?
That's the little guy I am?
Yes. Yeah, your roll.
Yes. Yes, I feel fine about it.
All right. So you are the goblin.
Yes.
Your goal is to try to get people to execute you, but also for them to execute you even after you say you're the goblin.
Yes, I looked at the wiki and
Mhm.
it's very specific about how you have to say you're the goblin before voting starts because they have to know, they have to go in with the knowledge. So my goal is to try and be like, I'm the goblin, but am I the goblin?
Exactly.
You know, be a tricksy little bastard.
All right, lovely. And I can also tell you that your demon is Emma.
Yay!
All right. Any questions?
Nope, no
All right.
questions.
Good luck. And then if you could leave the
Yippee.
call, we'll keep our going around town. All right.
Okay, now we should go to our real demon,
Mhm.
who's probably wondering what's happening.
Hello, Emma.
Hello. Just
So
so you
you
know,
are the
it's
poet.
been
Do you have any
graying
questions
out
about that?
when you call. It's been graying out when you call people,
Mhm.
so we can see who you're calling back.
Wait, you can?
I don't know if that is okay at this point.
That's not ideal.
That's fine. We're just messing with Night Order, and
Mhm.
we have to talk to everyone tonight anyway, so it's
Yeah,
not going
yeah.
to be a problem.
Solid.
Are we not at night in the night phase? Maybe that's what's wrong.
Oh, interesting. We might not be since I returned.
See this 5 minutes ago when I went to the blog, but I did see it right now when it was blazed on my dash.
Oh yeah.
This is very.
I wonder if
You
it's
were not
because
at
we
night.
bring people into private chats.
Yeah.
It's okay. We can send out some info by cards, but I do think we should pull everyone in this first night.
Yes.
Why don't
Also, inviting
Continue.
private chat still seems to be working. I must have just hit and then extra time. Oh well. All right.
Cool.
How's it going, Emma?
It's going. I'm processing.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to figure out how not to get clocked.
Well, I'm afraid I have a
immediately.
lot of information for you. Actually, CJ, go for it.
So you are the Poe. Any questions about being the Poe?
It's pretty straightforward. It's perhaps the most straightforward of the demons. If I hold off, I get to kill 3 of them.
Exactly. So you have a lunatic.
Ooh,
Theo is your lunatic.
spicy.
You have a minion in Izzy,
Nice.
and you have a king. And our king is, let's see, who's our king? L is our king. So,
All right.
And bluffs?
bluffs. You also get 3 rolls that are not in play that you may but do not have to pretend to be. So that
and
is
you have a tab to
minstrel.
record those on the left side of your screen.
So what are these options?
Minstrel, farmer, and fortune teller are your 3 options.
Awesome. I was already considering claiming farmer, so this
Heck yeah.
rules.
All right. Any questions?
Fortune teller, you say?
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh,
Cool.
any questions right now?
And I don't get to know what type of minion
No.
Izzy is, right?
You'll have to talk to Izzy if
Correct.
you want to find out. Also, Izzy did not receive bluffs. So if you want to pass any bluffs on, you'll need to communicate them in the day. All right.
Cool.
If you can leave this call, we're going to continue making our way to everybody.
You got it, boss. If I can figure that out.
Hit backspace.
How do I go?
Now, I say just to mess with night order, knowing that there's been weirdness, we hop all the way down to our chambermaid, Jeff.
Let's see, who would have woken tonight?
Waking tonight is our ogre, our
our
knight.
ogre doesn't wake tonight. Or no, it is in the night.
On the
Never mind,
first
it
night,
is.
they choose
Yes.
a player.
Never mind. You're right. It is ogre. It is knight. It is lunatic. I forget if we count the demon and minion info. I think we do, right? For chambermaid.
I believe so. Yes.
All right.
Which means just about everybody wakes tonight. Almost everybody.
All right. Actually, can we go talk to Wheels? Let's do that. And if you can look up whether the chambermaid checks that, just because I don't remember.
You bet. Go ahead and pull Wheels in.
Hello.
Hello.
This is my swamp.
Yes, you're the ogre. So tonight you get to pick someone to be your buddy. You're going to be on their team.
Yeah.
You don't know what team that is. And you will
This
not
is gonna
find
be
out until
fun.
the end of the game.
I was thinking it would be funny if I picked Riley because it's like the ogre still thinks it's the Riley is the king segment from 3 hours ago or whatever that was.
Is that your choice?
If I think so. Am I allowed to tell Riley?
Of course. You can say anything you want.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And you get to choose 2 players, to be clear.
Oh wait.
What? No.
What is this? No.
Ogre chooses one person.
Oh, for ogre. Oh, sorry.
I'm just chaining myself to one player.
Yep.
Cheating yourself to Riley. Fantastic.
All right. Well, have fun with that. You can hit backspace to leave this chat.
Well, that's good news for town.
Yes, that is very good news for town. All right. Let's see. Next up, should we talk to our knight?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, Marn. How's it going?
Good.
Let's see. I'm here to tell you information, and that information is that Theo and Wheels are not the demon.
Okay.
You have any questions about your ability or anything?
I don't think so. Mine seems pretty straightforward.
All right. Hell yeah.
How do I leave this call?
You can hit backspace. Oh yeah, we
All
can
right,
spy
last
on
one.
people's private whispers. All right, and then finally Jeff.
Yes, we can.
What's up?
Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
What's up?
You get to pick 2 people.
Marn and Theo.
All right, Marn and Theo. You're gonna learn that two of those people woke tonight.
Oh, all right.
That should
Cool.
be useful information.
That's useful information.
All right, any questions or anything before you go?
Nope.
All right, well,
Feeling
then I will
good.
see you later.
All right.
You can hit backspace to leave this chat.
Okay, that should be all of
All
our
right.
starting information for
Do
everybody.
we want to check in with anyone else who doesn't normally wake in the night? Just make sure they're good.
Should we wake Riley just to wake Riley? Not leave him out? We should, because other
We should also check
people
in
got
with
called out.
Elle, probably, as our king. Just 'cause
Yes.
that ability is
Yeah,
a little
let's
bit
go
weird.
ahead and do that.
So let's talk to Elle first.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. So you are the king.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about being royalty?
What am I allowed to do?
You can say whatever you want,
Whatever you want.
but you need to know that the demon knows that you are the king.
Okay.
There's upsides and downsides to being the king. An upside is if we hit a point where there are more dead players than living players, you're going to start learning characters that are still in the game, which is really strong. Like if someone's been saying that, like if there were 4 people alive, you would learn like, hey, there is a juggler still in the game. So it's a strong ability, but it only works if you live to the late game. So why won't the demon just immediately kill you? Because there might be a choir boy as well. If you get killed by the demon and there is a choir boy learns who the demon is, straight up.
Okay.
So if there is a choir boy in the game and the demon kills you, that's very bad for them. But there might not be. So oftentimes kings will just go ahead and declare themselves publicly. You're free to do that or not. But it is less risky to do that than most other roles because like the worst damage has already been done.
This is all fiffle. You're in charge, Your Highness. Do as you will.
I don't have a crown.
Just steal Riley's.
You have to steal Riley's. But for the time being, unless you have any questions, you're welcome to hit backspace and we'll get ready to go in just a few more conversations.
All right.
All right, let's see. Let's check in with Juliet as well, just because we're explaining King and Choir Boy. Hi, Juliet.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Great, fantastic. Yes.
We're just checking in with everyone this first night, making sure you know what your roles do.
Great.
So you're the choir boy, which means there is a king in the game. There has to be king in the game if you're a choir boy.
Right.
And if that king gets killed,
Mhm.
you'll learn who the demon is, assuming that you're not poisoned or drunk. Of course, that information will be correct.
But I don't ever necessarily learn who the king is.
No, you'll have to try to find the king.
Okay, great.
The demon knows who the king is. But
it's very funny. I picked a role to be like, okay, if I'm evil, this is gonna be my bluff. And Choir Boy was the one that I had like pulled up the wiki page for to study. So now I've got to not be evil, pretending to be.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm sure that won't be hard for you at all.
You can hit backspace to leave a call. Oh, go ahead. All right, and then finally we need to check in with Riley. I think that's our last person.
I think that's it.
Our poor neglected town.
Ooh, long first night. Won't be this long again though.
Yo.
Riley,
We are checking in
our
with
innkeeper.
We're just checking in with
Do you
everyone
have
this
any
first night.
questions about your role?
No, I think I get it. I get to choose 2 players. They can't die, but one of them is drunk until dusk. Do I get to pick those now, or is that
No, it's every night after the first.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna look you directly in the eyes. Am I drunk right now? Am I a lunatic?
Yes.
Yes.
Heard. Great. Thank you so much.
So glad that us saying, hey, why don't we do Blood on the Clocktower at midnight when everyone's really silly after a day of streaming?
You say it's the middle of the night, but it's actually early in the morning.
I just worked all day.
Good morning
There we
to
go.
everyone in town.
Oh shit.
Sure.
Oh,
It is the
Riley,
first
your camera.
day. But we have some bad news, CJ. You want to share the bad news?
Oh, alas and alack, both of the Gahooligans. They're
Oh no, she.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Frozen.
CJ got
They're
that
what?
really good.
corpses
Died for real.
fully displayed in the center of the moon.
I think it was just too
Yeah,
gory for
like
Twitch
the
to
podcast feed
describe.
from last year.
Oh shit.
So
Moonigans.
sad.
CJ,
was
you were
really,
breaking
your job.
choppy.
there.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Oh, that makes sense. Alas, the Gahooligans stuck on the moon forever, never coming back. You are going to have to find the demon that put them there. Remove it from consideration. How's that, Twitch? Better?
Still a little choppy,
You
but
will
okay.
have a
That's
matter
better.
of minutes to speak
PV is
publicly as a group
cutting out hard.
Uh-oh, am I
in
cutting
your
out?
own Chat.
No, you're fine.
No, not me.
Okay, just CJ. Okay, then I'm just gonna do the talking.
No, I hear CJ clear.
Oh,
Yours is fine.
oh, fuck! Is it me?
Nope.
No,
No, I
Smichael's
think
looking up for me
Theo is
also.
having a problem
Regardless.
on his end because I hear everyone fine.
This is your chance to talk amongst yourselves in small groups or
No.
large. When you hear this sound, please return to the center circle.
Mhm.
We'll have some nominations. Be free.
Thea's frozen.
I
I'm
have
going to the
frozen.
cathedral.
I have frozen.
No.
No.
Okay.
No, Theo has frozen.
Fine.
Okay,
We're
Theo
fine.
has frozen. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go wander around with chat. CJ is also gonna go wander around, but I'm your eyes and ears, chat. Where should we go? Let's see,
I'm
there's a big party
gonna, I
happening.
guess, go to the cathedral where everybody else is.
Yeah, is everybody else hanging in the cathedral?
Well, this is just chaos.
So
This is too
somebody
many
follow
people in one
me.
room. If you're gonna talk with this many people in one room, just go back to the
We
town
didn't
square.
come in here with the
I go to
intent
push-
to do this.
I'm not leaving this room. I came in here to see who came into this room.
Yeah, I
wanted
came
to
in
talk to them.
second.
We were followed, and so I simply want to say, Marn,
I came
consolation.
in here because I thought
Yes.
we were being funny.
How we doing? How you feeling?
Not what I meant to do. I accidentally joined the Discord voice call.
Oh. Consolation, how you feeling?
I'm doing great. I've stolen your crown. I'm the king.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Whoa. Whoa.
Man. All right. That's genuinely good information. to
That is
have.
good information. I am the knight unless I am somehow drunk or poisoned.
I appreciate this kind of openness. I know I'm a townsfolk, and I don't want to like dial in any further till I get confirmation on some things.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because
For
you know
sure.
anything could be
Sure.
a lie at this point.
For sure.
But
What's up, cathedral?
nothing much, just hanging out, partying. How about you?
Chilling.
Chilling, just chillaxing. That's neat. How you got you feeling good? You feeling
More
anything?
conversation.
PB,
I
can
can't
you hear me?
Wheels, but
Yes,
Wheels can hear
I can
me.
hear Wheels.
I can't.
Oh, you
Juliet,
can hear Wheels, but I can hear
Juliet
you.
Juliet
Weird.
can't hear me. For
Very
some
weird.
reason.
Very weird.
I'm.
Are
Anyway,
we
I'm just.
cursed? Is there a ghost? Is there a
I'll
demon?
just go to another chat.
Yeah,
To see if
uh,
other people can hear me.
I'm
Try
trying to
maybe like
break
refreshing your
something.
tab, see if that fixes it.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Well, what's Clocktower without a few tech issues, right? All right. Let's go to the campfire.
Juliet couldn't hear me, so I didn't really have a very productive night. Did we find out anything in this little squad?
I
here?
got some intel.
Oh yeah.
Marn lied about being the knight.
Because
I don't know what that would come from, but Marn
do you know
lied.
that? Do you know that because you are the knight, or because you have a role that told you someone else?
I have a
was?
role that told me something about Marn that tells me that she's not
She
the
wouldn't
knight.
be. Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Just something to sit on. I don't know why. There's any kind of number of reasons why lying, but worth sitting
Okay.
on.
I can hear Wheels, I think.
yeah.
Check 1, 2. Can you hear me? All right?
Can you
Yay.
only hear me? Wonderful.
Thank goodness.
I hold on. I have a
The curse is
text
gone.
chat and I can't tell.
Oh, Izzy can't hear anything.
Oh,
Izzy
shoot.
messaged the
The
public.
curse has gone
Okay.
to
Curse
another.
has moved.
Yes, Wheels.
I was gonna tell you that I'm the ogre and I am hitched to Riley no matter what happens. So wherever Riley is, so go on.
Nice. I'm excited to
I guess I'm gonna go.
give you the thumbs up. Wheels, I will do my best to help you unless CJ, you're muted. Just so you know.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm just a
Yes.
fly on the wall here to.
Yeah,
Okay,
actually,
now I
CJ,
hear
if you
it
can try
both.
to help out the people who are having audio issues, just so that stream
Are
isn't
you talking
actively watching
CJ
that.
or Juliet?
I was talking
okay,
to
probably
CJ.
CJ. Yeah, that makes sense. Hi, PB.
How's it going?
It's a great day to be alive.
It's a great day to be alive.
Oh, I should write down the person who just told me.
And
you
your
roll.
town square, you can click on the tokens next to people to assign what you think they are. or what they've told you.
Great. I should go.
Yeah, let's go see what's happening.
Doesn't necessarily wake up unless I've got my ability wrong.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I follow you. I'm still waiting for confirmation on what I'm doing. I don't want to give anything away without having
PB system question clarification. Characters that say you start knowing two things don't wake up. They just inherently know two things.
Characters who start knowing would wake up in the first night.
Oh, well then forget what I said. All right. I gotta go spread some shit around.
I gotta go.
We'll be back.
I hear you. Interesting. Very interesting stuff going on.
Very interesting indeed.
I had some half-built information that now I've gotten. I was like, okay, cool. So that's what I heard. I forgot to write something down. Now I can go rewrite it down. Very sweet. Very sweet. All right, let's go pop down by the campfire.
It's very rude to go and follow someone after they leave your conversation. Well, let's see what's happening in the town square.
Well, no, it wouldn't, because it says you become their alignment.
Yeah.
So that could mean anything.
So she's riding with Riley.
Yeah. What? So one of
Riley said.
Yeah. One of the players that I have information on is Wheels, but I feel like Wheels being the ogre means that my information, there's literally no way to tell if it's good or bad.
Yeah. Hey, Theo. I can't hear you at all.
Yeah, we can't hear you, but we can see you.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Okay.
We will get it fixed.
This is one of my oldest podcasting homies, and that's just true. So
sure.
Like I'm telling you, I'm a townsfolk, and I just want to confirm what I am as far as what my abilities do and if they actually work how I think they do before going around spreading information. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, for sure. I am also a townsfolk.
I thought you were gonna say I'm also Italian.
I am. So true story. We actually don't really know I'd say 3/4 of my ethnicity is white mixed.
There's no Stormer County that you
we
can
got we got a quarter. I think it's a quarter German because Stormer is like a bastardization of like Sturmer. So we've figured that a quarter British, and then half of it is white
and
mixed white guy blend.
Yeah.
Our best guess is somewhere in the Italian or Mediterranean because of the moles and the complexion.
Some of my family are convinced that my grandfather was not entirely truthful about exactly how much French was involved.
Awesome.
As a World War II vet, he got some negative opinions about the French people whose lives he was saving. Incredible. And I think he wanted to downplay it later.
That's great.
Anyway, I should get more information.
I gotta hop out and grab Izzy real quick. I'll be right back.
Absolutely. How very interesting. So, PB.
Yes. What's up?
Jeff said he was the chambermaid, thought he knew how an ability worked. Turns out he didn't know how the ability worked. I'm just trying to think if he's actually the chambermaid or if he's drunk and wrong. Just playing around. Just learning.
All right.
Voicing out loud.
Let's see. Looks like everyone else is back in the public square.
On both sides, like Grian.
Like Hermes.
I'm less Renfesty than I was during Parliament, but I do still have my Renfest hair sticks in.
Hell yeah.
I've been getting ads for a thing called Holy Clothing or whatever. That's like Ren Fair style clothing on Instagram. And I'm like dangerously close to buying like a green tunic, like a sage green tunic.
Okay, Link.
For a reason, dog.
Wait, HOLI?
Why? Weirdly enough.
Because HOLI clothing makes clothing that is like tailored to your measurements.
Yeah, no, this is.
I think that's what tailors do.
Oh, yeah, like the wearing my rainbow dress.
I think I'm back.
Yeah, we can hear you, Izzy.
Back to me.
All right.
Yeah.
Normally at this point
my
we'd call you all back,
camera
but given that Izzy and Theo were stuck out, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes for you two specifically to have the conversations you want to have.
All right, cool. I'm actually going to. Things have been so fucked this evening that I think I'm going to go pray about it. Please excuse me.
Go to the cathedral, man.
Hey there, big dog.
But what are you doing here?
I also came to pray. I'm a praying man. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. What are you praying about?
I'm just praying for the hopes that we don't lose another life. It's so sad to lose the hooligans in this time. You know what I mean? It tears me up.
Both at once.
Both at once. Two down at
And
once.
hey, listen, I'm not to be too crass, but
I am here.
If y'all need another podcast to replace the hooligans,
I'm intrigued.
I need their wings for it.
Well, I guess what I want to know for Waiting in the Rings, it's wonderful to come into the cathedral and get some praying done, especially in a hard time like this. But I guess I want to know if there's a reason that you're kind of drawn to the.
Do you have anything to confess?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I guess here's what I'm asking you. Here's what I'm asking you directly, Theo. You know who goes to church? Choir boy.
Is that a character in this?
That is a type of character. It is unfortunately not the character I am, as funny as that would be.
That's why I want to make sure, because if we have a choir boy on our hands, then we have some ability to protect things.
I'm sorry, I am not the choir boy.
Hey, that's chill. That's chill.
Are you a class that gets like information?
Yes, I am the chambermaid.
You are the.
But it's only going to be useful in the night. I don't think it triggers the first night.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah. I'll tell you, I'm a townsfolk. I want to wait till I get my shit confirmed before going on anything.
You don't want to be a target.
Yeah, I want to figure out I don't want to know if I'm telling the truth. You know what I mean? I could be drunk. I could be a lunatic or something.
Yeah. Let's see.
Sounds good.
Well, interestingly, Theo, I'm the ogre. I'm Riley's pet ogre here.
This is my big homie.
It is interesting that means that there's only one other outsider that could possibly be like drunk or whatever, or I guess poison is not related to outsider.
That is true.
It's a little less chaos than maybe you would expect with two outsiders.
There's also genuinely, Theo, in full grace, in full understanding here. I do want to talk to you a little bit later, but I do actually want to talk to my homie here for a moment, if that's all right.
Like Coco.
All right. Okay. Cool. We should leave chat before people get suspicious.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that was a good pray.
If everyone would please return to the town square, it has been a long, long day.
Leave.
Whew. Wow.
And I'm sure everyone's very tired after those stressful conversations.
Yeah, I mean, you died yesterday. I didn't sleep very well.
I know.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
okay.
Is he just disconnecting for fun over there?
No, sorry, I accidentally blocked all of my fucking ability to talk by trying.
For a second, like, I'm about to say, like, I accidentally blocked all of my friends.
No, I was trying to fix my camera.
Ever beef so bad you accidentally nuke your entire friends list?
All right, so
shout out to
it's a good
tried to block mine on
coyotes,
Twitter.
My coyotes.
Did that on Skype once.
So nominations are simple, should you wish to make them. You get 1 per day. Persons can only be nominated once per day. All you have to do is say, I nominate whoever, and we will mark them, and you will get a chance to defend and a chance to prosecute before the vote happens. But know this, there are no take-backsies. Once the vote begins running, it runs regardless of whether your hand is up or not, which means lying about the status of your vote is expected and allowed. No take-backsies.
Everybody gaslight each other, and that's how this goes.
We're going to give you
I would never gaslight anybody.
Discuss publicly, and if anyone would like to
Sure,
nominate
Riley,
during
yeah,
this
you
time,
never gaslight anybody.
you certainly can.
Just like I
after a few
didn't
minutes,
gaslight you into thinking I was Irish
we
earlier.
will close nominations and either execute the person who's received the most votes, or send you all to bed with no executions. As a reminder to good, the only way you win is by killing the demon.
I don't know shit fuck because of my technical problems, so...
I will now take a step back and let y'all chat.
Who's sus?
I am gonna come out and say I'm the knight, but I could also
You're a night butt.
I could also be drunk or poisoned. Which so
Can't we all?
I start knowing 2 players who aren't the demon, and as far as I know, Theo and Wheels are fine.
Here
But also
is
grain of salt, grain of salt.
here's
Fair
one
enough.
thing I will say right now. I had a lot of conversations in this time, and met with a lot of people, had a good time. But I will say that 2 people told me they were the same role.
Interesting.
I'm still learning more on that, and I will report back on that.
Okay.
But just an interesting thing that happened.
I'll have more data tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It might be really helpful.
I mean, that's also just how life works. We always have more data tomorrow.
I mean, not always.
Mine,
Yeah, that's.
I am starting to think that our joke about one of us being the drunk might be true.
Fascinating.
Huh.
Are you
That or
also
some of
the
the other
knight?
outsiders.
No, I am not also the knight.
Okay,
but we
okay,
got
okay.
conflicting information
Okay,
is what
fascinating.
happened.
Because I was gonna say Riley and Elle are the only 2 people I told that I was the knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will. Here's the thing. Tomorrow rolls around. We're going to gain a lot of information.
Correct.
I think we're going to see how people's abilities work. If they work how they think they do, we're going to be able to confirm some shit. And I feel
mean, the other option is that there's a lunatic in the game who one of us knows is an outsider, but they think that they're pinging for us as a. You know what I mean?
things we
They're
only
pinging to
learn
somebody
later.
They're pinging to themselves as a bad guy and pinging to one of
Yeah.
us as a good guy.
Sure, that makes sense. Do we want to play the lottery of? I don't think it's a good idea. If we pick somebody and kill them, we could win on the first round.
That's true.
Again,
Turn
don't
one.
think this is a
It's
good
true.
idea.
It is always a gamble.
Could
just
win on
want-
the first round, or could accidentally get everybody drunk, depending on who you kill.
Sure. Could be.
That is.
I'm going to take this as a chance to say second call for nominations. I will make one more call and count down after that last one. After that, I will end the day.
Elle, haven't heard a lot from you. Did you get any info this evening, or do you have any info you'd want to share?
The info I got from Marn is that she's a townsfolk, and the info that I have is I am the king.
Fascinating.
So, for the record here, each night, if dead equal or outnumber the living, you learn one alive character. The demon knows you are the king. And so, Elle could be in danger unless there's a choir boy amongst us, right? Because a choir boy, if the king dies, let me just crack this bad boy open here. If the
Then
demon
the
kills the
choir
king,
boy
you learn
finds
which
out.
player is the demon.
Yeah.
So Elle is going to be safe. Now, if we have a choir boy, that will mean that, like, for sure, Elle is safe. Otherwise, Elle is in danger right now. So if we do have a choir boy, which I haven't been able to confirm, I'd love to hear from them.
I'm not a choir boy, but I've been gaining some very interesting info throughout this conversation, just cross-referencing some things here.
Anything you want to share with the class?
Not yet.
It would probably not be safe for the choir boy to openly say that they are the choir boy, given that the demon could then immediately kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's true.
Yeah.
Take out the choir boy first, and then the king.
A valid strategy in any battle.
I mean, here's the thing. I have all of the information I am ever going to learn, whether or not I'm poisoned or drunk, because I only know 2 players and I start knowing them and I can't know anything else. So if we ever need just like an easy execution, like whatever.
Here's what I'll say. What I know right now. I mean, my ability will be helpful tonight more so than it was on night 1, and I've got some intel that that may or may not affirm things as of tomorrow.
Or you're the demon and your ability will be more effective tonight because you'll get to kill someone.
All right, last call for nominations. I will be sending everyone to bed in 10, 9, 8. See you
Can we play Smooth again to get me to sleep?
People are counting us down. If we're gonna execute somebody, we better make a nomination now.
I got nothing.
Good night,
Nope,
Ravenswood Bluff.
nothing. Nighttime.
I sure hope nobody gets murdered tonight.
Why would someone get murdered tonight? How dare you say that?
All right, so that
catch
was
it,
an
in
eventful
there
first
right at
day.
the end.
Yes, which would matter if they weren't the lunatic.
But it means that one kill could be made
Yes.
on Theo's behalf. But since that would be a storyteller kill, we can kind of tell our real demon whatever, and it's fine.
Yes. Oh, yeah, no, we don't have to tell Emma anything. Because Theo's not making choices. All right, anything we want to chat about before we start going through our night order?
It does sound like our king and choir boy have found each other.
All right.
And I'm sensing a bond of trust between them at the moment.
Good. Let's see. We've got a double claim between Theo and Jeff.
Always good.
Do you know what Emma is bluffing?
Emma passed on her minstrel bluff to her minion and was still debating between farmer and fortune teller. It sounds like
Cool.
she's been telling people both.
All right, cool.
I love hearing Rob Thomas's Smooth featuring Carlos Santana slightly out of sync.
Didn't mean to do that, but actually that was a great little glimpse for chat. All right, so who's first in our night order? It's our innkeeper. CJ, can you talk? Yeah. Okay, I can't hear you.
Yep.
Hello, Riley. Please choose 2 players.
I'm going to choose Wheels, and I'm going to choose Constellation.
L? All right.
L, yeah. Oh, yeah?
All right, thank you very much. All right, doesn't really matter who we drunk there because neither of their abilities would function tonight anyway.
I'll go off anyway.
Yes. All right, so next up is Theo, who we don't actually wake. We just would do the kill. So next up is Emma.
On Theo's behalf.
Hello, boss.
Hello. Who would you like to kill tonight?
Do I get to know who Theo chose?
Theo's choice would be made by the storyteller.
Yes.
Okay. Because it says with the lunatic, the demon knows who you are and who you choose at night.
Yes.
Correct. Theo's choice would be made by us. So it's
awesome.
Kind of irrelevant.
Intriguing. So Theo, as pretending to be the demon, does not actually get to choose?
In this particular case, normally I would not be able to tell you this, but in this particular case, because because Theo believes that he's the demon he is, any choices that he would have made instead get made by us, the storytellers.
Yeah.
So
look at the other
he
2
wouldn't get
demons on
pulled in to
the script. That should explain what's going on here.
So he's the Yaga, probably.
It's a safe assumption, I think.
Okay. So that means I get free reign. Damn, I wanted to frame Theo really easily. I wanted to just go with his choice.
Oh, good. There's an ad right now, so you can take your time to think, Emma.
Awesome. I don't trust Riley, but I don't know if it puts any sus on me. But I have 3 messages from Riley. Can I? Oh, I can't look at him while I'm in a call with you.
Oh, can you not? That's too bad.
Yeah. Hold on. I can make. There we go. Ooh. I'm gonna go with Wheels.
All right, Wheels it is.
I'm so sorry, Wheels. I love you.
All right.
But
thank you very much, Emma. All right, you can leave the call.
okay. I didn't. Right, backspace.
We're only playing one round of this game.
Or PB could leave the call.
You know, either way.
I'm hitting backspace. It's not working.
Or you can just
There's a little arrow in your chat section.
leave room.
A little door arrow.
There we go.
So
All right.
importantly, having chosen Wheels,
no one dies tonight.
Wheels won't die.
Yep. That's probably going to tip off Theo.
Hugely.
Let's see. Next up is Choir Boy, King. So Chambermaid is all that's left.
Chambermaid is all that's left.
Let's go. What do we got?
All right. Who would you like to choose?
Marn and Theo again.
You're going to learn 0.
Perfect. That's what we like to hear.
All right. Thank you very much, Jeff.
All right.
All right. That's it for the night.
Okay. Now, we could, if we chose to, wake Theo, just to check in with him, but we don't need to.
Yeah. Do you want to or not?
It might be worth making sure he knows how this will work for him.
Yeah, let's go check in with him.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello, Theo.
So,
So I heard your phrase once yesterday. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, you managed to slip it in quite well at the end there.
I
Very well done.
did not have any other usages of the phrase. No, I only snuck it in right there at the end.
Cool. So normally we wouldn't be waking you at all, but just because it's a new script, new players, just check it in. So don't expect to be woken up by us again in the night unless something weird happens.
All right, sounds good.
Or if we need to check if we missed you saying the phrase.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Theo.
So now give it a second, because if we woke...
Oh, you're breaking up again. Gonna make that small. You don't want that face up on the stream. All right. I'm going to...
Joel's.
I lost faith in the Greta Gerwig version when I found out it's doing the fucking magician's nephew first because it's gonna do the stupid chronological order.
Man, you didn't do it in chronological order. That's silly.
I want to find the first dipshit in the estate who decided, hey, you know what? Not linearity is the thing. Let's do chronological order.
I mean, they do call
Speaking of chronological order.
Oh, hi.
Night passes and morning comes as chronologically you would expect. And with it, of course, comes death.
Oh, shit.
Who's died?
The death of your expectations. Nobody died.
I mean, it looks like CJ died, but
Yeah, CJ may have more perma-died, but we'll see.
CJ was exhumed and then stabbed again.
Yeah. I'm going to give you all 8 minutes.
Cool. I'm gonna go.
Real quick question
stitch
that
my
is both a
brain.
rules clarification and is just kind of for the board here.
Yes.
Does the killer have to kill somebody?
Let's see. It depends
So-
At least
on the
one
type of demon.
character.
Normally, I would say, oh yes, obviously they can choose to target a corpse. You can always kill a corpse or execute a corpse if you want. Given there are 12 people alive, there are a few different ways that no deaths could happen. Looking at the demons, there could be something with the Yaga Babel, or there could be something with, let's see, what other... Either the Yaga Babel didn't manage to say that
Hugo with the
phrase,
poisoning.
Well, there's
or
also the innkeeper, isn't there?
there could have been an innkeeper protection. The demon could have been poisoned by a foolish poisoner. I think that's about it for possibilities for why no one would have
That
died in the night.
would be very funny.
Poe could choose not to.
Oh yes, Poe can
kill.
choose to not kill.
Yeah.
So and then
For
kill.
plenty of reasons. So nothing is truly confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think we might be being fucked with.
Anyway, take me to Snurk.
I'll be holding court.
Having a good time at the riverside. Having a good time until someone else joins me. Hi, PB. I
How's
know
it
you're
going,
not
Izzy?
really here. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I am not pulling my hair out over tech issues. It's fine. It's all fine.
I lost all my tabs.
Yes.
I'm so
Thank you
sad about
for
that.
bearing with us. And I'm glad we managed to get you back.
It's like I only have Firefox or Microsoft Edge of all things, but like that would have just made it worse. And I'm not putting Google Chrome back on my computer. No one can make me do that.
What's your strategy right now?
You know, being a little guy. I'm going to pretend I'm the minstrel.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see what's happening in other conversations.
Yes. Which hopefully now you can see how technically.
No, I
you had the
understand.
information.
I understand why it was phrased like that.
Yeah.
We learned
Wheels,
anything
do you-
interesting?
Wheels, you had some conversations with Riley and Jeff yesterday.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
any tidbits there?
the tricky thing is confirming whether Jeff and Theo made similar claims to both Riley and I in sequence. So we're Riley's talking about two people making the same claims. There you go. We're suspicious of one or the other of those two for that reason. They both claim chambermaid to us.
They're conversing over in the riverside.
Be interesting.
Both claim chamber. You learn how many woke during. Oh, that's tricky.
It's a weird ability. Yeah.
Would that match up with Jeff being? I guess that would match up with Jeff claiming to kind of have an asterisk style ability that would know more the second night than the first.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess Jeff and Theo are our targets to all investigate. I'll head to the riverside and.
Yeah, I said I would be in the tower. I'm just gonna hang out in the tower.
Great. Elle, good luck.
Yes,
Or
you too.
Or not. Hypothetically bad luck.
Yeah.
Just because it would solve things, but trust your instincts.
It would solve things a little bit if I died.
Yes, and obviously don't tell anyone I'm the choir boy.
Oh, of course.
I
would not.
So, but that at least limits our bit. That at least limits. Hi, Juliet. That at least limits what they can be. What roles you both can be. That's my view.
What are you based? Sorry, what exactly? Because Marin just made a claim. It makes sense why you're saying Marin has first night abilities. On what basis are you saying that I have first night abilities?
I tested it and found out that you woke up night 1, that you didn't wake up night 2, which means that which means that your ability kicks in on night 1 but not on night 2, which means that it's a first night ability and not an every night ability.
Okay. This is actually interesting information for me to have.
Okay.
Wait, I've come to the riverside.
Hello, welcome to the riverside. We're all getting baptized.
Oh, I was just at the cathedral, so this is great.
Yeah, I'm rubbing water all over my body, and I'm praying hard as I can. So clearly, I'm not the demon.
All right.
I'm gonna duck to the tower. I'll be back.
Yeah,
I have fun.
Okay, I was about to do that, but don't want to double.
Oh, you can
Jeff,
jump
go
to the
ahead.
tower if you want. We can keep chatting here.
Interesting.
It'll all work out.
I jumped into a whole different room because I clicked the wrong button. Finish what you were saying.
Oh no, just you're free to go.
Julia and Izzy, do you have anything interesting that you're contemplating? Because I have a decision I may need to make today.
Well, all I've heard is that there's a lot of contradicting information about you.
Yeah. So Theo, can you tell us about the decision that you have to make today? Because
No.
I gotta tell you, you are probably target number 1. Nobody has a reason to trust you, and nobody else is like super suspicious.
Information.
Just you and Jeff.
I
you
need
can tell
to
us anything.
So the thing I can share right now is I need to know what information Emma and Riley have, and I need to compare it to what I have found out from Jeff and Marn. Because we may be in a very interesting situation right now.
Okay, so are you suggesting that it's Riley or Emma that you are suspicious of, or that it's Riley and Emma, or it's Jeff and Marn?
I'm not suspicious of it's less I'm suspicious of any of them and more I will know who I need to be suspicious of once I gain that information.
That isn't helpful. You gotta give
all four of them are a little suspicious, but I need to know where the suspicion is. There's a scent of suspicion, and I go into the room and there's 4 people there. I need to start smelling their wallets to figure out which one actually is causing the smell.
Theo, what is your role?
That is part of what I need to claim today. Once that genie has left the bottle, I can't unleave it, so I need to figure out. I guess I have to share it either way. I'm gonna go back to the fucking town square, and I think once everyone is back in, I might just have to make my move.
You don't want to tell me that way, like I can judge you here versus there, because this is like a trust exercise. You need allies right now.
I'm not sure I trust you, and if I share this information too early, you might throw me under the bus if you are the secret bad guy.
I'm not the secret bad guy.
You might be like, that's bullshit. Theo is lying to you. Kill him.
Interesting. But the problem is you're going to die anyways. Like
I might die either way, but like when I reveal this information, I need everyone to hear it at the same time.
Okay.
Because if I tell the demon it in advance, that gives or even the minion, that gives them an opportunity.
Are you there, CJ?
Sure.
Oh, your computer really hates you right now.
Yes, here I am. Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, you're getting echoed.
I'm echoed.
All right, I'm going to.
Interesting. Good thing I'm not talking too much.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't believe you've done this.
Hi, sorry. I'm here.
Welcome back to Town Square. Well, once again, I'm gathering you all in public to decide who you want to murder. One of you is a demon. Despite the fact that no one died yesterday, CJ and I both died, and CJ is like super dead now.
Yeah.
CJ is like dead forever.
Like, hey, CJ, want to try talking right now?
Just puppeting CJ's corpse.
Oh, hey.
Well, CJ's ghost got killed, so now her ghost has a
And now there's 2 demons. Fuck.
Oh my god.
So anyway, I will let y'all discuss in public for a few minutes, and if anyone wants to nominate, I'll just open them up now.
Okay, so I know there's a lot of suspicion on me right now, and it's wholly justified, but before I respond to it, I need to ask 2 questions that may not get answered, but I need to throw them out there before I throw myself on the fire. Riley, what was the double roll you found on the first day? Can you share that?
It's interesting because right now I have what I believe to be I am 1 sentence away from confirmation that I have it. You know what I mean? I have 1 sentence from confirmation away that it will be impactful, and that sentence was cut off. And so, give me a yes or a no.
No.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? Give me a yes or no?
The question that
got cut off.
Posed before.
I can answer the question if you give me that.
Okay, so here's the thing.
You can. I'm giving you the least bit of information that you can give out to keep yourself safe. Yes or no?
Yes and no. And that is my honest to Christ answer.
That
is my 100% honest answer.
I think I know what has happened.
I think I do too.
Lay out the case.
I think that Theo thinks that he is a demon. And I believe that Theo has accidentally, because he does not have access to communicate with the actual demon, seen the list that the demons have access to of roles that are not taken to use as a cover, and chosen the same cover role as the actual demon.
Is that a thing that can happen?
And I think that neither of them are who they said they are.
So that role is not in it at all.
Here is the thing, and maybe this is actually a dipshit move, but I'm gonna make it anyway. I think I'm the lunatic.
I think that you are as well.
I think you're the lunatic as well.
I think that
Because
you're the lunatic.
here was where I became certain of it. And it was 15 minutes ago when Jeff said you have a first night ability and did not wake up last night. And I'm not actually sure how, because here's the thing. Technically, I shouldn't have last night, but I think I did because PB and CJ pulled me out to talk to me.
That would mean that you woke up last night.
That mean you woke up.
Yes. And the thing is, then Jeff said, well, you didn't wake up last night. So I think, depending on how that interaction goes, I think I technically didn't wake up last night because I didn't have that power.
Well, there was also the part of we started doing the
clarification
first
here if you
night.
would like it.
Yes.
CJ's raising hand.
I would only say
Storyteller clarification.
Actually, can I talk
My-
to your
my
still
tactic.
echoing? Yeah, your mic's still fucked. I would only show. So we're talking about a chambermaid here. I would only say that a person woke to the chambermaid if they woke for a game rule specific reason. If I've been waking extra people in these first couple nights to check in and make sure they're okay, I wouldn't count that as waking for the chambermaid. I would only count it if they woke up for a character specific ability.
So if a character woke up and used an ability, that counts as waking up for the chambermaid.
Or if they woke
Yeah,
up and learned information.
Got it. So if you were whether or not you were called in, none of that information triggered an ability because you did not wake up.
And PB, you just say that information, right? It's not like tracks, because I'm thinking about how we weren't actually asleep for part of night one. We just all had our cameras off.
Oh yeah, also on night one, we completely messed up the night order, so people got their information in the wrong order, but it shouldn't have messed with anything.
Okay.
Here is what I will say. I agree with the conclusion that I believe Theo is a lunatic.
Okay.
That's just kind of floating true of anything. I know that
I
there's...
also think that's true because.
Hey, wait a minute.
In which case, we
I can
don't
see it.
want to kill him.
Juliet's got their hand up.
Yeah, Juliet, what do you got?
Yeah, because this is formal accusation time, right?
Yes, if you would like to nominate,
Okay.
go for it.
Yes,
no one
I'm
can
going
stop
to
you.
nominate Theo, not discounting everything that Marn has said, but, and somebody can tell me if I'm missing something, if Theo is the lunatic, besides like, oh, we've lost a person, I don't see the downside, because it's like a 50-50 chance of could be lunatic or could be demon. And so like, those are odds that I
mean, the
wanna
more
take.
towns
I have a
that get
nomination. I have a
lost.
nomination to make. as well.
Well, we're going to resolve
so I
Juliet.
might be-
So Juliet,
Yes.
please make your accusation against Theo. Why should we execute him?
Theo has been giving evasive and contradictory information, some of which is explained by Marn's theory, but it could be my naivete. I don't see a reason not to kill Theo here, because even if it's like a 50-50, that's really good odds amongst 12 people. I realize that's like losing a person, so other people can weigh that calculus. I'm not a genius on this. I just think Theo is like clearly the most suspicious person that we have here, and I think that makes. And I could be totally missing things. That's my nomination. Is
It's the feathers,
who's the
isn't
most
it?
Suspicious, and the odds make sense to me. But
Right,
that's just
Theo,
my
your defense.
nomination.
I don't think this is very woke of you, Juliet.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
That's the whole defense.
Yeah, what else am I gonna say? I was being evasive because I was like I said to you, if I told anyone in private, I think I'm the lunatic, and then that gives them time. If I say that to the actual demon, like say I'm right, I am the lunatic, I say that to the demon or the minion, that would then give them the warning necessary to call bullshit on me very explicitly the second I try saying it.
Yeah,
We are going to run this vote. So, everyone, you will need to have your hand raised as the clock hand passes you. Izzy will be the first person to vote. The clock hand will sweep past you. If your hand is raised, that will count as a vote for execution. If it is not, it will count as a vote against. You will need at least 5 votes to put Theo on the block for execution. So I'm going to start a countdown.
I tried to click vote and it moved too fast before I could click.
Wouldn't have made the difference.
It would not have made a difference in this point. Yeah, I'll try to slow that down in the future. Actually, I can probably slow that down right now. But also, hey, you know what? No, we're just going to keep going like this. All right, so that two votes is not enough to put Theo on the block. Theo is safe from nomination today. Does anyone else have things they would like to say or nominations they would like to make?
I do.
Yes, Marn.
I want to nominate Jeff.
All right, Marn, nominate Jeff. Please tell us why.
I know from talking to other people that Jeff and Theo both claimed to be the same role. They both claimed to be the chambermaid. I think this is a situation where what I was saying before, where they both saw the list of unoccupied roles and they picked the same one. And also, if Jeff wasn't the chambermaid, how would Jeff know that Theo woke up at night? Well, the demon knows who the lunatic is and who they choose at night. And so I think that Jeff saw Theo wake up and saw Theo's role trigger and said, that's information I could use if I was the chambermaid.
All right, Jeff, your defense.
This is the most my brain works in a specific way defense. I checked Marn and Theo night 1 and night 2 because they were numbers 1 and 2 on the list. And so I got 2 people night 1 and 0 people night 2, which affirmed my theory that Marn had but they both theoretically had night 1 abilities, which affirmed my theory that Marn was the knight. And I confronted Theo, and Theo said he had very interesting information, which led me to believe that you were correct about him being the lunatic. The answer is not that I'm a demon. It's that I need cock logic.
Before voting, storyteller
is Jeff
question.
logic, unfortunately.
Storyteller question.
Storyteller question, just to make sure, because you haven't chimed in. I don't know if it's because you're letting us, giving us enough rope to hang ourselves with, or it's actually in play. You said the bluff rolls were specifically rolls that were not in play, correct?
Yes. But I think also if we,
I will
think
say
also if we
two
have
things.
a demon,
Since you're asking for storyteller clarification, I will give it. One is that while I have to show the demon bluff rolls that are not in the game, I am just messing with the lunatic.
Yeah.
So I could show the lunatic whatever I wanted, and that wouldn't have to be the same bluffs as the demon. It certainly could be, but it doesn't have to be.
Assuming the lunatic is here.
Assuming there's a lunatic at all.
I think for sure Theo's a lunatic. That's
fair.
I mean, is the other option that Theo's drunk?
All right, we are going to run this vote. So
no, because the drunk thinks they're a townsfolk.
we've seen that this
lunatic
clock
thinks they're
moves
demon.
fast, so you might want to raise your hands now if you intend to vote.
Sorry, Jeff.
If I'm wrong,
This is gonna be so funny.
it's so bad.
All right,
by
yes,
the way.
7 votes is enough to put Jeff on the block.
Hey, Jeff can still vote in one more thing after this.
Would anyone else like
But
to
also,
nominate?
if someone else
You will need
gets
to get at
nominated,
least 7
and
votes on a nomination to tie, at which point no one would be on the block, or 8 or 9 votes to put someone else on the block instead of Jeff. That seems unlikely, so I'm going to give you to a count of 10 to make any more nominations. 10.
Unless Jeff wants to counter nominate Marn and try to get us to 7. If
I
Jeff
think
has a good
Marn-
argument to stay alive.
No, I think Marn's the knight. I don't have a good argument. I think I'm just fucked here. I think that this is the call that's been made, and that's how it's gonna go. And this maps to every other game of Mafia I've ever played.
Jeff, how would you like to be
rock and
executed?
roll.
My fear is that the demon is Poe, and
Jeff, how would you like to die?
Please,
Please, town, stop your chatting for a moment.
I would like to die by being drowned by donations to Advocates for Trans Equality, which you can go to at the donation page, and then I'm just gonna hang out.
All right, Jeff dies in $20 and $50 bills, but he knows he's dying for a good cause.
20s and
please go
50s,
to
that's
sleep. I
classy.
mean, that's what we want people to be donating, right?
Yeah.
I mean, give whatever you can, but 20s and 50s are like the good donos.
I'm just saying it's a classy thing to drown in.
But you can't discount those small donations. They add up fast.
That's true.
Those ones, they add up.
I always feel bad about nominating people.
Hello, CJ. Is your microphone still fucked?
Let's find out.
Yes, it is still fucked. I'm sorry. Let's see. We need to go through our night. I feel bad for Jeff dying there. That's quite a tragic way to go.
You have a point.
You're still echoing, so it's not your microphone. Are you joining the game in like 2 tabs or something? Anyway, while you try to figure that out, I'm going to start going around the circle. Are you just going to join us out here?
I'll join you out here.
All right, here, go grab a chair. All right, CJ is just going to join me on this camera. Advantages to living with your co-host. There are some. Let's see. So first person we need to talk to is Riley. Hello, Riley.
Emma and Constellation.
All right, Emma and Constellation. How you feeling? What you thinking?
Good. Jeff was suspicious to me, but
All
Juliet
right.
is more suspicious, and I don't think he was the demon.
Emma and Constellation. Very good. Thank you very much. Here, actually, I can just leave this.
Suggested that what if we're being messed with and there is no demon? Like if there were 2 lunatics but no demon, it would be
So I will say, Poppy and a storyteller, that there is actually a role that does that in the game. It's not on the script because it's a fucked up role. It's called the Atheist. It makes it so that there's no evil team.
That's incredible.
Oh my God.
That's
wild.
bullshit.
2 lunatics would be very, very unbrand for a moonshot.
Oh, because they're lunatics.
To win an atheist game, you have to vote to execute the storytellers.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
You have to kill God.
Fascinating.
That's so funny.
The mouth of the wolf's not the end of the world. A servant is not just a dog to a prince.
Hello, Emma.
I'm cooking.
All right, who are you cooking on?
That's a great question. I'm trying to decide. I don't know if it's worth it to try to target Wheels again. I'm gonna go for Juliet, and it breaks my heart.
All right, very good. We will find out whether that's a good choice.
Cool.
All right. Sorry, distracted by dog. All right, let's see. I think that's everyone who wakes in the night now. The dead don't outnumber the living yet. Our chambermaid is dead. Yeah, that's it. We get to have short nights now.
Actually share information.
that's
Oh,
fine.
no.
Good morning, Ravenswood Bluff. I had come bearing excellent news. No one died in the night. Well, except, wait, we're missing someone.
no.
Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry, wrong about that. Let me run that back. Let me run that back. Hey, good, Ravenswood Bluff. Good news. Juliet died in the night.
Oh no!
Oh,
Okay, that wasn't good news, actually. Sorry. my
Juliet,
bad.
our Ripper.
Sorry, I'm a ghost. It's hard to read these situations. Like, you know, how big of a deal is dying anyway?
has died.
Anyway, I'm going to give you all 5 minutes for conversations before calling you back into the square.
Interesting.
Okay.
Very, very interesting.
I'm allowed to talk. Jeff and I are allowed
Yes.
to talk as
Oh,
ghosts.
I should say, dead players, you're still in the game. You still get to talk. You still get to play the game. Your abilities no longer function, and you may no longer nominate other people for execution, and you only get one more vote. You get your ghost vote, but there's only one of them for the rest of the game. So use it wisely.
Okay.
One whole vote.
I
Theo, I have
think
something
this
for you
is.
quickly.
What's up?
Dead players still win or lose with their team, so you are still in the game. You are still playing.
You think you're the lunatic. If lunatic thinks they're the demon but are not. Demon knows who you are and who you choose at night. You choose anybody last night?
Okay, here's the thing. For me, at least, obviously, I cannot prove this like with solid evidence to y'all, but I think this proves at least to me that I am the lunatic. Because here's the thing: the demon I was told I was the Yagababble, and my activation phrase to kill people was "Can we play smooth again?"
Okay,
Which
you didn't get
I
anyone to kill
snuck
you.
in under the wire that first day. No one died. I'm like, okay, well, that was like a whatever. And so last night, someone died. I didn't say it at all yesterday.
Okay, and
So
you're
I
right.
think
I didn't hear you say that.
Marn,
So
can I talk to you at the
I mean,
don't know, cathedral?
theoretically, Theo could just be lying and could.
True.
I mean,
Theo
this
could
is-
just be lying. But
The Costco pizza
Everyone
was not
could be
leaving me
lying.
enough energy to lie like this.
Emma, do you want to get some potions
Yeah, sure.
or towers?
Whichever.
Me too, the
Towers where I hold court.
Information that corroborates that, I believe.
Okay.
I know that Emma
Um,
is a townsperson.
This is dangerous revealing to 2 people now, but I was the choir boy.
Mm.
And I
Okay.
only revealed that to Elle.
Okay.
It is in the demon's interest to
Okay.
kill the choir boy.
Yep.
And so I'm not
That-
saying we should kill Elle,
That's very
but
interesting.
I'm
Yeah,
giving
that's
that information to you, Marn, to like hold in your little book
Yes.
as you're doing other deduction and other mysteries because you're the only one I can trust.
Yes.
I guess
Emma
Wheels
is-
now you're also being
I'm not gonna be killing anybody.
I
just
trust
putting you on
Wheels
top
because
liver.
Wheels was the other person I used my night ability on, so Wheels is clean. As far as I know.
except for the thing I know about Wheels, which could change whether Wheels is clean or not, but Wheels doesn't know.
I'm the ogre. I'm
Yes,
chained to
Wheels is-
Riley.
yes.
Hello.
If
Yeah.
Riley's
Hi.
evil, then so am I.
Yeah. Which could change the information that I have about you. Juliet, that is interesting. It does not gel with the information that I had, so that's
okay.
fascinating
And
to me.
so because it could be a coincidence, or somebody else could have picked up on something. I don't
Or maybe
think
Elle
anyone
told
else
someone
had
else.
that could be.
Yeah.
It's that I don't think anyone else got enough of my riddles because Elle was the only one who I told a good riddle to that would have the explanation, and then told the punchline to after I survived that night.
I know for a fact that Emma is one of the roles that can like choose a number of people and like see what see information about them. So
Gotcha.
Emma is not.
I
the
should
king,
I should
but
let you go talk to other people because Marn, you're our investigator. I place my faith in you two. Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, listen to other conversations.
Yeah, I guess I'll go put.
Wow. It is a
Juliet, I miss
sad day
you.
today. Yeah. I've told Marn my role and placed my faith in Marn.
Nice.
And told what could be a thing for why I would die and who that would target. It wouldn't match up with what Marn and I were both hypothesizing. So it's like when you get like, okay, here's a clue and it points towards somebody we didn't think. Is the clue wrong or was our original theory wrong?
Right.
But I'm trying to limit the amount of people who know the thing I just told Marn. Only Marn and Wheels know. Only Marn, Wheels, and Elle, and actually, okay, I don't know how many people know because people have been telling people.
Very limited, Juliet.
You never know who's told who the right thing or who's been like, oh, I just was told this, and then like who's setting up a.
Look it up. I have been sitting here.
You've been blissfully asleep.
All right. That's enough yapping, everybody. Like, what do you think you are? People who just talk for a living?
I mean,
Well,
wait,
congratulations.
for a
Not for a
living? Are
living.
you making
Yeah, who's
money
getting
from
paid to
this?
do this?
All right. I will give you a minute before I open up nominations.
I'm gonna say it again. I don't like Riley was being so earnest with us earlier. It's making me smell a little bit of gas in the room.
Elle,
Yes.
I want to know if you've shared information you've gathered about people's roles with other people.
I have
Specifically,
shared
who the
that
people
Marn
who
is
are
a
dead.
knight,
Mhm.
and shared briefly what I think Juliet's role was, given what they told me before their death.
Okay. Who'd you share that with?
I
don't have
wish
to
I
share.
could remember.
I'll tell you right now, that could be critical information.
I know.
Really good.
Speaking of critical
We
information, the nominations
unfortunately
are
have
open.
people in here who have memory bad disease.
Mhm.
Was it not me and Theo? Was what you
I
said?
think
me
it
and Theo
was you
different?
and Theo.
Okay. Because you didn't say it outright, but you alluded to it strong enough that I knew what it was.
I will tell everybody I know shit fuck.
Mhm.
Everybody
I
knows
nominate
shit's
Izzy.
All right.
Riley nominates Izzy. Please tell us why.
There's been a series of information that I've been gathering and I've been talking to people and I've been learning things, right? I know from a source that I trust that Izzy is pinging dangerously. I know that people were sharing information about choir boys. And I know that people have died. There's a lot of stuff that is suspicious, and Izzy has been playing a game that I haven't gotten a lot of eyes on and makes me uncomfortable. I believe Izzy is a demon. I don't know which one, but I know they're suspicious. I know Seer's suspicious, and I want him dead.
Izzy, your defense.
It's Jack McCoy's speech.
My defense is Riley, you're so close. You're so close to being there. I'm a goblin.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Everyone, I've been telling you this whole time, I'm a little guy.
Yes, and when you said you were a little guy earlier, you said you were the minstrel.
So,
if you publicly claim to be the goblin when nominated and are executed that day, your team wins.
Yes.
But I
if
could also be
Izzy
lying.
Is indeed the goblin, and you execute Seer here, then evil would win. However, they could be lying. Anyone can claim to be the goblin when put on the block. I'm just saying this because this is the first time we've had it claimed.
Do we have anyone who can try to read Izzy? Anyone who can gain information on Izzy, or are we just operating with what we already have?
I'm going to start this vote in 10 seconds.
I will say that I've got a negative ping on Izzy from somebody. However, that doesn't give us information on roll. The person who could give me that is dead.
Yeah.
All right, running the vote. Please raise your hands, while the countdown's going, because the clock hand moves fast. I forgot to change it in the night. I was trying to fix CJ's stuff.
I think I'm willing to risk it.
Oh, I'm so scared of risking it though.
Oh, I clicked the button and missed it. Yeah.
It would have been 3, which is not enough to kill me.
I will say I talked to Izzy privately one-on-one.
All right, nominations are still open. Let me see if I can fix this while y'all
And I
chat.
think that C was like very heavily insinuating to be the goblin to me one-on-one, which is not like something. Like, obviously there's motivation for saying it in a big group. I don't really see the motivation of saying it one-on-one unless it's like, hey, I'm warning you that this is my role.
So one thing actually,
trying to avoid getting a nomination.
Yeah.
I can call for
I
nominations.
have a quick question before we do more nominations. Emma, the first day you said you had contradicting information to Marn reading me and Wheels as safe.
Yes.
Have you shared what that contradicting information is with anyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Who have you shared it with?
Many.
I haven't gotten
we're popping in and out of chats. I'm not sure who heard it.
I haven't been told it.
I had information that you were sus.
Interesting.
All right, last call for nominations. Going in 10.
Can't run a nomination back, right?
Riley
Not the same
nominating
night.
today. Anyone else can.
I dare someone to nominate me again. That'd be funny.
You can't.
I can't be nominated the second
3,
time.
Damn.
2, 1.
Theo again. Yeah.
Roll the tape back.
No, we're asleep now.
All right,
Howdy.
Riley, who's it going to be?
Keep Emma safe. This one's hard. I think it's got to be Emma and Constellation.
All right, Emma and Elle. That's the same as last time, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. Both of them are safe in the night. One of them is drunk till dusk tomorrow.
All right, I forgot about the drunk part. That's interesting.
If you would like to change your
that's
mind.
I can't remember what.
Okay.
Drunk means that they get wrong information.
They might get wrong information.
Interesting.
And their
Okay,
ability
well.
wouldn't function if it's like a non-information ability. And
Oh,
I choose
interesting.
between the two of them which one ends up drunk.
Mm-hmm. Should have remembered that. That's interesting. All right.
Yeah,
well,
no, otherwise
welcome.
Innkeeper would be busted.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see what's up.
Emma and Constellation.
What people are like?
It's so easy to like feel that like you're having a moment of like putting it all together and then being like, "Wait, what if I'm actually like so wrong and everybody gets killed?" The only
Hello.
Who's getting the stab?
No one.
All right, you're choosing no one. All right.
way, but I can tell when they're gaslighting me.
Oh, we did learn something. Unless I'm mistaken, and someone stop me if this is wrong to share. Unless I'm mistaken, this means that there isn't a Poe?
Yes.
Well, it could, unless it's a Poe and we have an innkeeper. So do we? Actually, wait, no, we could.
Oh,
Not mathematically.
Speaking of mathematics, the number of people who are still alive is 7. No one died in the night.
So do we have someone who could have countered the Poe then?
I am going to give you like 1 or 2 minutes if you want to run for private conversations, but we do need to start pushing towards the end game. So I'm going to open nominations and call everyone back in 3 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna hang
What
out.
is
the
going
power.
on? Like, and just an innkeeper who keeps jumping in front of bullets.
Riley, you want to hop in a room? Riley, you want to hop in a room?
Riley, can you hear us?
Riley, can you hear us?
I'm going to the potion.
How's it going, El?
It's going all right. I'm afraid that I'm gonna get fucking killed.
Yeah. I understand that fear completely.
I don't know enough about anybody else
Yeah.
to be able to make accusations I feel certain in.
No, the king is rough. The king is a rough ability. But man, if you could live to the end game, it could be really good. It could crack
Yeah,
anything
if I
open.
can live for another like 2 people dying, then I'll get to learn some information.
Yep. Well, maybe, I guess if you execute someone today, then maybe that'll put you there. All right. No, I think it's still 1 more day after that. So I don't know. It's
Yeah.
going to be tough to survive. But I don't know. Maybe you can do it.
Maybe.
All right. I'm going to go see what's happening elsewhere.
For people to play Smooth again.
I missed that. Fucking missed that.
It's
Is
Riley.
Emma running the wild? Like, I'm like, okay, Theo, Emma, Riley, Elle. I mean, it could be anyone.
Elle would be
Literally,
running
it's just
a
I know it's not
crazy
me.
fucking game.
Sorry, Marn.
Yeah.
You can hop into a room or you can say it out here. Who did you clock on night 1?
Wheels and
Yes.
Okay.
And both as okay.
yes.
All right,
that's what-
nominations are open. And I'm going to try to clip through this a little bit faster just because we are getting towards the end of our allotted time. So expect like
Who
a
did we
couple
kill?
minutes until I make a final call for nominations if no one does anything.
Okay. So do we think Izzy actually is the goblin?
I'm starting to lean toward it.
There's
Okay.
nothing. There's nothing to suggest to me anything otherwise. Is where I'm landing basically.
Izzy has exclusively been claiming roles that would be bad if C got killed.
Fascinating.
Interesting.
I'm trying to avoid dying.
Yeah, it's a
Because the
generally
minstrel,
good
the minstrel
style.
dies, everybody gets drunk.
I mean, people die when they are killed.
So that's what you're saying you are now is minstrel?
I told Elle that.
Yeah.
And now you told us all that, yeah.
Yes.
I'll be
So
real.
you're only
I'm
claiming
still-
things where it would be bad if you died.
I'm
Riley-
voting to kill Izzy again. I'm nominating Izzy again.
All right,
Alright, I
Riley
think this is
nominates
right.
Izzy once again. Make your
Straight up.
accusation.
I think
Go next.
I think it's right. Here's the thing. I think the rest of the field makes sense to me as it is, except for one other person. But also, I'm willing to roll these dice. I am desperate to find out more. And here's the thing. I know that people have been being protected, and it would be insane if they've been being protected this long with like good shots. I don't know. Is he suspicious to me in a real way, and I don't know what to do about it. So that's what I'm doing about it.
All right, Izzy, your defense.
I'm the goblin.
All right, Izzy claims goblin. Would you like to say anything else?
I'm just a little guy, and if you kill me, bad things happen.
All right, C is just a little guy. I'm gonna start the countdown. It will take 4 votes to put Izzy on the block.
Okay, I would be voting first, but I'm saving my vote since we got 4 people.
Yeah,
Just in
yeah.
case.
Save your ghost vote.
Yeah, smart.
All right, 4 votes is enough. Izzy is on the block and has claimed goblin.
Oh no, how terrible.
Would anyone else like to nominate today? It will take 4 votes to tie, 5 votes to beat.
I have 2 questions that maybe this information has been shared already, but I don't think I have had it. Elle, what role have you claimed, if any?
I've claimed king.
King.
Probably
Yeah,
from
sure.
you or from.
Did we
Yeah,
ever
I
have any
guess we're kinda
verification
going
of
in
this?
and out.
There was no way
No,
to verify
because-
that until half of the town is dead and I get more information.
Yep.
It's true.
Yeah.
The person who could have verified it is dead.
Yeah.
All right.
My other question is, Elle, have you played Blood on the Clocktower before?
Nope.
I nominate Elle.
All right, Theo nominates Elle. Please tell me why.
So this is all circumstantial, but it is information I noticed in the last like 30 seconds. And is that one, you've been awful quiet up to this point in this game, at least as far as I have seen you, which is generally behavior from new players who redeem it the first time and don't want to fuck it up. And maybe this is extremely circumstantial, but like we are grasping at straws here because none of us have fucking anything. You have been rocking like you were really excited for Izzy to die.
That
the entire time while that vote was going, you were rocking in place like you were so excited.
All right,
No,
Elle, your
this
defense.
is the posture that I take all of the time.
Have you not noticed that Elle and I have both been just moving constantly? That's called simming,
Like I
Theo.
said, it's
Theo,
circumstantial. There's
Theo,
multiple explanations
that's
for
called
it.
simming.
All
It's
right.
called simming,
Yeah, that's fair.
asshole. Anyway, I have said that
Can't
I'm the
believe you're being
king
ableist.
the whole time.
I have reason to believe that it could be Elle.
All right.
I
Yeah,
also
Elle
have
could
It
be a
will
demon,
take
you mean?
4 votes to tie, putting no one on the block, or 5 votes to move to execute Elle instead of Izzy. We're going to run
Riley,
the
I
vote
checked
now.
out when I looked
Riley, yes or no?
at
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Oh man, Marn.
5 votes is enough. Execution moves from Izzy to Elle.
Worst case scenario, we commit a regicide, so like I consider this a win-win.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Revolution.
You know
It would
what?
be
That's
very
fair.
hard to beat 5, so I'm going to give you 5 seconds for any other nominations. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Have we talked
One.
about what if it's Riley? Like, I'm
Elle,
just
how would you
throwing
like
it
to
out
die?
there.
We've been thinking about it.
Shoot me into the sun.
Elle gets shot into the sun by the power of all the donations for the Alliance for Trans Defense. I think I got that name wrong.
Advocates for trans
Advocates
equality.
for trans equality. The force for
So close.
all of our support there. Yeah, I know. I did a great job there. Launches Elle directly into the sun. We appreciate your support, even though in this case it was lethal in a game of Blood on the Clocktower. All right, everybody go to sleep.
Elle, I am sorry.
Thanks, Theo.
To be
Look,
fair,
that-
Juliet told me something that I was like, it reasonably could be Elle.
I'm sorry, Elle.
You and I'm.
All right, Riley, who's it going to be?
Emma and hold on, sorry. Let's say I don't know. Let's put it on Wheels and Emma.
All right, Emma and Wheels. Sounds good.
Oh, a woman can be a doctor. Fuck.
Got it. Yep.
The
Turns out.
patient was Pagliacci.
Hello.
All right, Emma, you may choose 3 players.
Perfect. I'm gonna hit. I gotta make them count.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hit. Marn. Wheels. And Theo.
All right, Marn, Wheels, and Theo.
Wait, hold on. No, I'll commit to it. It's fine. If Riley tries to save him, we'll see what happens.
All right. Marn, Wheels, and Theo are your choices. Thank you very much.
Yagababble or Yagababble, however the fuck you say it.
Right.
Yeah, Theo's cleared. Theo's cleared because of the Yagababble stuff and the limiting dying, to me at least.
Unless I have, like, my phrase was something else.
With Bluff, I have
It was not smooth.
incredible news for all of you.
Oh shit.
Which is Theo died in the night.
Oh.
And Marn died in the night.
Oh.
Oh no.
3 people? Was it Poe?
2 people died in the night.
Okay.
How
Wait.
is that possible?
How?
The Poe can
Fucking-
target 3 people, one of whom can already be dead.
Do we have?
You can target corpses.
All right,
Do we have
I
a
will
fake? Okay. Do we have
say-
a fake
let's see.
Yagababble and a real
Yes,
one?
good. Nominations are already
No.
open. I'll give you a couple minutes before I try to end the day. So get your last arguments out while you can.
Emma, did you
don't
get
say-
any information last night?
Let's see. I do need to say important thing here. There are 4 people alive. If you execute someone tonight, it will go to 3 players. If the demon successfully kills in the night, then the demon will win. So if you execute and get it wrong on 4, it's very dangerous. So going to sleep and not killing on 4 is an acceptable thing to do. Just FYI.
I have a theory that I would like to posit.
Yeah.
I think that there is a
Yes,
fake
go smart.
Yagababble and a real Yagababble because every time the Yagababble says their phrase, it has the chance to kill someone. It does not actually kill them. I think that's
Is
why.
the phrase just a little guy?
That's what.
literally
yep.
my same thought.
Who's been saying that a lot?
Easy.
I'm just a little guy.
The goblin.
Okay,
clan.
yeah. That's
What
good
if,
enough.
what if the Yagababble phrase is "I'm the goblin"?
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
That
That
would
would
be
be
pretty
really
good.
awesome is the thing.
I don't.
I mean, they did say C did say "I am the goblin" twice yesterday. I'm pretty sure.
That is true.
You're so right.
Here's where I am. I feel very confident in 3 people here, either as drunks or as homies, and I have 1 white circle on my board. I'm nominating Izzy.
All right.
All right.
Riley nominates Izzy once again. Maybe it'll go through this time.
Ghost.
Listen, I'm pulling a Sean Connery. and I'm
Anything
believing
you want
it
to add to
the
your
whole time.
accusation, Riley?
I believe we laid it. I think Marn laid it all out there. I think it makes sense. I think this is going to be us winning, and if it's not,
That's
then
the only reason for the way that people have been dying
All right.
inconsistently.
Izzy, your defense.
I have no way to defend against this beyond saying I'm the goblin.
All right. Izzy
all right,
claims
so that's
goblin.
3.
It will take 2 votes, given that there are 4 living players, to put Izzy on the block. I'm going to run the vote.
Man, the Izzy community is dying.
I so wish I could be looking at chat right now.
Yeah,
I know, right?
I know. I want to know what chat's
I wanna know what
saying.
chat's
Yes.
saying.
No, they
It's
Are
like
they
his
calling
marked
us
execution.
so dumb?
Would anyone else like to nominate today?
I think this time it sticks.
I think we
If
just
Izzy
wanna
was
send
the
it.
goblin, why wouldn't C vote for themselves?
Oh,
Can one vote for oneself?
Of course.
You can,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
that's a
I
good
mean,
shout.
Yeah,
We've got
to
it locked.
try and make a tie or anything.
All right.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
mean,
point.
Nominations
double
closing
bluffs,
in
but-
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Izzy
Blast
is
off.
executed, and the game is over.
Oh,
Let's go. Let's go.
Which way though?
Yeah.
I will reveal. that in
I
a
was
moment.
the goblin the whole time.
Oh God.
Congratulations to the evil team,
oh!
because
Fuck.
Izzy was indeed the goblin.
Wheels, you're right.
So that
Was
was
Emma
that was
the
quite the
demon?
game. So going around the circle.
Oh, I guess we'll find out.
Let's see.
Mhm.
We started off with
Hell, I'm so sorry.
Theo, our lunatic, who was indeed the Yagababble, who was indeed given the phrase, can we play smooth again? Or I don't think that's the exact phrase, but it was
No, it was. Can we play smooth again?
yes.
Yeah.
Theo was also given different bluffs than the true demon, including chambermaid, a role that was actually in the game, because Jeff
Yeah.
was our
Yeah.
dear
Okay,
actual
that's
chambermaid,
what happened. Yep.
who night 1
Yep.
saw both Marn and Theo wake during the first night. Theo to learn demon information, including his fake minion Wheels. And Marn
That's funny.
was the knight who learned that both Theo and Wheels were not the demon, which is correct because Wheels was simply the ogre. The ogre who chose to befriend Riley the innkeeper, who
that explains
each
so
night
much.
was protecting 2 players from death but drunking someone. That drunking was actually never relevant. Riley was diehard in defending several people around the circle. In particular, Emma. We'll get to Emma in just a second. Elle came out relatively early as your king and was telling the truth, was absolutely your king. And Juliet played quite well as your choir boy, but sadly that information seems to have gone out because Juliet was killed by Emma the Poe, who Riley defended like every single night. And also, like, I feel like Riley won the game for evil here.
MVP Riley the innkeeper.
Didn't I message you that Emma was sus?
I did not know that Juliet was the choir boy when I killed
also
Juliet.
did.
I did not
This
say.
hurts me. I don't
found
know
out
who
that
else to kill that won't put suspicion on somebody else.
That's so funny.
Yeah, you did say Emma was sus, but I had been talking with Emma and like I was buying into the Emma is sus here at the end. and I was
Gotta
like,
trust your ogre.
I know. It's on me for not trusting the ogre.
All right, we need to
When
wrap
I
it up for the
first-
night, so I'm going to go around the circle really quick and just give you all a chance to either say something you felt about the game or plug something you want to plug. Let's start with Marn.
Hello, I don't know. I'm Marn. Come to stream tomorrow, Theo. If I could be so real, you accidentally posted a screen cap of your game in the Discord, and I saw it, and that was the beginning of me being like, I don't think Theo is the role that he thinks he is.
And I thought that I was
that's right.
definitely not going to night when I was starting to do first night info,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is why I had to say that I did first night info in the wrong order and then continue to do it in wrong order so that you wouldn't.
Incredible.
snipe that.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know how I
Theo.
didn't think about that.
Theo, final thoughts or anything you want to plug?
Donate to trans people, listen to my shitty podcast about ponies, and Elle, I deeply apologize.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Jeff.
Izzy, I think you get to be very, very proud of yourself tonight.
I'm so smug right now, guys. Like,
Fuck off.
Absolutely.
dude, I love this kind of shit. This is how I win at Among Us every time. It's so funny. And if I had to plug something, first of all, donate, obviously. We want to raise all that money. Show back up tomorrow. And also listen to my podcast, which has nothing to do with the podcasts that everybody on this network do. Hope's Hearth, a solar punk actual play queer podcast. We have fun over there.
Elle, final
I
thoughts?
didn't tell anybody Juliet's role until after they had died.
All right, lovely.
You can find my games at occasional.l.itch.io. I'm not on any podcasts, despite being here.
It's because we love you so
You're a
much.
podcaster in spirit. Juliet.
Hi, you can find a lot of my stuff at patreon.com/MOONSHOT Network and I'll be Pod for Castmas, which comes back this Christmas in July for our summer season. And Emma, this is why when I first got on a call with you, you like emotionally like guilt tripped me for not coming and talking to you earlier so that I would be like, oh, I owe something to Emma. You really
Emma's a
got
crap
me.
boy. You gotta be aware
guys,
of that.
I'm so sorry.
No, he was so good. So good. Big
All
steps.
right.
Should've listened to Will.
Jeff Stormer.
Donate to Advocates for Trans Equality.
Actually, I have a message for you, Jeff, which is that if I had maybe been assured that I would be doing quite well tomorrow and that I'd been booked to win tomorrow in a certain Smack Talk showdown, maybe you wouldn't have been the first death in the night.
No, I would have been. I've been the first death in every single social deduction game I've ever played. So like,
Is that true?
I don't play these games. This one I play marginally more, but the reason that I don't play these games and I run them is because I don't get to play them. I sit. Every game of Mafia I've ever played has been my friends play Mafia and I sit in a room.
Yeah, the advantage to this game is you're still in it after you die. So like, it's a little bit better for the Jeffs of the world.
Kind of.
Wheels.
We love you, Jeff.
We love you, Jeff.
First off, I want to thank everybody around the table because in the pregame banter, we all said that whoever was the ogre had to do a Scottish accent. I was pretty cavalier telling you all I was the ogre, and no one told me to do a Scottish accent, and I just thank you a lot.
Genuinely, I think we all forgot.
Obviously, donate to Advocates for Trans Equality. But if you're already a Moonshot patron, keep an eye out because Total Depravity 2 is done and it'll go up after these festivities are all over. So check that out if you're a Moonshot patron.
All right, Riley, what do you have to say for yourself?
Tomorrow I'm gonna win Smack Talk Showdown.
Likely fucking story. All right, Emma.
I'm so sorry, everyone. That was the dirtiest game of Blood on the Clocktower I've ever played.
It's pretty rough.
I'm a
Pretty
little
rough.
proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie.
You should be.
Emma literally in our private conversation was like, "I'm gonna throw you under the bus," and then left. And I was like, "Yeah, okay."
That's
There was a conversation I was in with Wheels and somebody else where Wheels was like, it could be Emma, and Emma's just like playing the craziest game of Blood on the Clocktower you've ever seen. And all of us were like, there's no way.
It helps, Marn. I was also in that conversation, and I redirected it to L.
All right. Let's see.
Listen to Unnatural Selection. Please donate to Advocates for Trans Equality. We're doing a great thing here. It's 2 a.m. It's so many hours past my bedtime. So the fact that I did that while past my bedtime.
Thank you to
Please
all of
donate.
you for joining me in this game. Thank you for putting up with the tech issues. I'm glad that we powered through them and still got a great game out of it. Thank you to everyone who donated during tonight's game, and please come back the next few days for more great streams and more support for Advocates for Trans Equality. Let's see. I don't know if I have anything to plug right now. Cahooligans has been on hiatus for a while. It'll come back someday, I promise. I have other fun stuff in the pipeline, but hey, tune in on other Saturday nights. Not this weekend, of course. I mean, do tune in this Saturday night. But other Saturday nights, tune in if you want to see some great visual novels completely fuck with my mind, or especially Mac's mind. Oh, actually, my shout out is
so
shout out to
see some great visual novels and also Zero Escape.
Well, no.
As
Great
I
visual
say, it's a
novels and
Zero
also
Escape
maybe
fan.
someday Danganronpa. There we go. Let's see. Final shout out. I want to shout out the behind the scenes people for making today run. Props to everybody keeping stuff together, especially props to Pad for all the work they put in to make this weekend possible. Thank you so much to Riley for thank you so much to
Not
Andrew
me.
for running the stream.
Don't thank Riley for
Riley
a
for
thing.
this stream.
I'm just
not
talent
Andrew.
for this. Marn, Mac, Paddington busted their ass to put this all together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Andrew busted
Thank
his
you
ass
to
streaming it.
Mac for heading all of the modding stuff. We will be back tomorrow. What's our first block tomorrow?
Balatro race.
Balatro race. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all ready to
And
gamble?
also, did we say that we broke 2,000?
Chat wants us to drink water.
Yeah,
Everybody
one more time.
drink water.
We broke $2,000. What's their current tracker at?
Our current
$2,202.69.
$2,202.69.
All right.
Nice. Good night.
Good night.